Hi, I'm Greg Gutfeld, now in easy-to-swallow caplets. Here's what's coming up. Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, who won the week? I'd say me. I got a really sweet haircut, and I could bench press 400. Both parties a mess. Does a third-party candidate have a fighting chance? I'll ask Gary Johnson. He might know somebody. And while other colleges baby their students with safe spaces, one college is showing them how to become an adult. Maybe I can still enroll. Let's get started, America. I'm due at the uneven bars in 3 hours. Enough of your pathetic applause. Let's welcome tonight's guest. He's so bright you can use him as a reading light. Ben Domenech, co-founder of The Federalist. I read that daily. She prefers to sneer at your daily cheer. National Review reporter Katherine Timpf. Boo. He's smart, handsome, and well-traveled. But enough about me. Here's the ungodly Rick Grenell, former advisor to 4 U.S. ambassadors to the UN, Fox News contributor, and he's going to hell, according to some countries. And like a gallon of rage, she kills every time. Writer and comedian and activist. Because I don't know why I said that, Bonnie McFarlane. Delightful. Activist. All right. This past week was a ping pong of wrong. One day it's Hillary screwing up, the next it's Trump. It's like watching two foreign guys play frisbee. Oh, people from other countries. Or two cats playing patty cake. Or a lion trying to eat a baby.
De humedad. Mi Pauli, vete. No, mi Pauli, no.
We couldn't show you the rest. First item, Hillary speaks near Orlando, Florida, where the Pulse terror attack took place. But guess who's behind her? Who's that goofball in the red hat? Oh, wow. It ain't Super Mario. Although the resemblance is uncanny. No, it's Terror Dad. A stone's throw from Hillary. And when you're pro-Taliban like he is, a stone's throw, it can be tempting. Because they throw stones at women. Which is wrong. I don't advocate doing that, so don't do that. So why was this creep there and so close to Hillary? I don't think he writes for Pantsuit Monthly. No, he was there to reflect the diversity of support, meaning he fit a profile. So the campaign put him right behind her. Once again, in the name of symbolic tolerance, we scrap security. Anyone can slip through, even a pro-Taliban crackpot. Now, Trump, he could have won the week on that alone had he just shut up. But instead, he says things.
Hillary wants to essentially abolish the Second Amendment. By the way, and if she gets to pick her judges, nothing you can do, folks. Although the Second Amendment people, maybe there is, I don't know.
I know, he didn't mean what he said. But that's not the point. It's that you have to keep explaining what he says. It's exhausting after a while. I like Donald, but he's like that pet who keeps breaking stuff. I am not going to keep cleaning up after him every single time. But there are times, I admit, he's hilarious.
Another one. Go home to mom. Go home to mom. And your mother is voting for Trump. She's voting for Trump. True.
It's true. He's got their mothers. But then he calls Obama the founder of ISIS, when he could have said something else, like Obama's foreign policy helped birth and spread ISIS. Same thing, but not as bad. But he didn't. Still, let's remember that as absurd as his claim is, his critics say that he's a threat to the universe. So maybe he's just playing their game. He's stealing the left-wing knack for exaggeration, and it's entertaining as hell. But is it working? The polls say no. And it's a bummer because there once was a message to be made. Not just America first, but we are Americans first. And our security maintains our success, promotes unity, and saves lives. But that big vision has been lost. In 2016, there's never a need to shoot the messenger. The messenger shoots himself. Thank you. Bonnie, thank you. Thank you for your applause.
Yeah, I always applaud.
You do.
Can I just say this?
Yes.
What a fantastic, diverse audience you have. Yeah. They clearly...
You're going for the easy win.
They clearly have all come from, retired from different jobs, but the same socioeconomic background. I love it. You're speaking to such a huge group of people.
You know, I just love it when a guest comes on and insults the audience right off the bat.
I enjoy a challenge.
Well, you know what? You got a challenge tonight because now we're coming after you.
That's why I wanted to say.
Yeah. You know, you invite somebody to a cocktail party, and the first thing they do is they insult all your other guests.
I said I like them.
You know, maybe we have.
I love white people.
We have a white sofa. Maybe you can defecate on that, young lady, because you're defecating on my show. I'm going to talk to your husband later. All right, I even had a question for you, and now I don't remember.
Oh God, is it about Trump?
Yes. Thoughts on Trump? Try to
Was
appreciate.
he joking? I think you're asking me because I'm an expert on joking.
Yes.
I know when to do it and how to do it. Yeah.
Except here.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, Trump is he's a racist, and he's sexist, and he's a tyrant, which is why this it comes as such a shock that
Yes.
he would incite violence on someone. I can hardly believe it myself.
Well, Rick, respond to her opinions, which are obviously ill-founded.
There's so many I don't even know where to begin.
Yes.
Look, I think the fact is that Donald Trump speaks like a non-politician, like we always want. Mm-hmm. And I do think that there's an argument to be made right now that the political establishment in Washington, including the political journalists, including all the people who evaluate politics, are absolutely panicking about somebody who's not playing their game. And because of that, I think that there's a lot of value, and tolerant liberals should not look at the situation and immediately say, oh, racist, homophobe, whatever.
I never said homophobe.
Yeah, but
I think he's down with the gays.
He is down with the gays.
He's the best GOP nominee that the gays have ever had. That's just the facts.
Mm-hmm. And I don't believe he's racist. He just says things that sound racist. And aren't we all like that? I mean, we always say things that sound racist.
But I want to make one thing clear. I'm
proud to be white.
I'm not
like that.
But why? Why is wrong with
No, I'm not defending everything that Donald Trump has ever said. That's not my point.
No.
I think there's a lot of value, though, in breaking Washington, because Washington is not working.
But see, okay, I don't want Washington to work at all. Yeah. So if Trump, I don't want Trump to make it great again. I want it to be incompetent. I want nothing to happen.
Well, first off, gridlock is a wonderful thing.
Right.
Jesse Helms had a line way back in the day where he said that every day these buildings are closed, the republic grows stronger, and I think that is true. Mm-hmm. But this week, I'm not someone to typically come on and defend Donald Trump, but I saw the most asinine media coverage of him this week, especially on this Founders of ISIS line. He actually explained, he goes on the radio with Hugh Hewitt, and he actually explained exactly what he was doing. Hewitt says to him, why don't you just say, essentially, the line that you were saying? Yeah. Well, he said, well, but if I say that, nobody reports about it. Nobody says it. They get to ignore it, okay?
Yes.
And the other thing is this. He was saying this back in January. 3 times in January, he said Hillary Clinton is the inventor, the creator, the founder of ISIS, okay? back in January, the media was looking at Trump as this sideshow, and they were like, oh, you know, we're fine with him going around and snacking up on all these conservatives who we don't like either. We're just going to, you know, play along with this. And now he says it, you know, he's the GOP nominee now, and they all just lose their minds. They just go crazy.
Yeah, but also one other point, in December, Hillary Clinton literally said that Donald Trump was the recruiter.
The lead recruiter.
Which had no basis in reality.
I think with Trump, it's just that it's constant. It's like he never says like a normal thing, or says it in a normal way, which is why people like him. But you know who I feel super bad for in particular is Mike Pence. He's constantly having to defend Donald Trump. It's like if you bring a date to a party and he gets super drunk, and you have to be like, oh no, like he's just tired. Like I know this happened last time, but he's working on it, I promise. And it's like kind of your fault, and it gets exhausting after a while, and you're like, maybe he's an alcoholic. That must kind of be how he feels.
No, I think
you really spoke from some depth of personal experience there.
But I think you just didn't describe Mike Pence. You described a lot of cable commentators who are constantly trying to figure out new and inventive ways to say, well, what he really meant was. And it's like, I have said this before, I would just like a candidate that speaks for me, not the other way around. I don't want to, I do enough work. I can't do this pro bono.
But then you're the candidate. If you're looking for somebody that you totally agree with, congratulations, Greg Gutfeld for president.
Oh, well, thank you. Wait, Bonnie, you wouldn't vote for me? Why?
I'm not going to vote.
Right.
I wouldn't. I'm a pedophile. But
Do you not vote?
No, I'm Canadian, actually.
That's
code for pedophile. Wait, are people booing because you said you were Canadian?
No, they were saying, like how great it is to have a Canadian here.
Yes, that's why I'm sitting way over here, because I'm a pedophile.
What is with that? Anyway, okay, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, so when it comes to your perspective as a Canadian on American politics, you know, why do you think that Donald Trump is a tyrant? And you used this word before, and I feel like it gets thrown around a lot about this guy.
I was just trying to get enough words in there to make a third statement. No, I mean, he does seem like a guy who will become president and then change all the laws to suit himself.
Like President Obama?
Right. Hey, stop it.
Yeah. And you know why I said that? Why I said that? Because I'm a racist, right? Because I'm a racist. No, I'll tell you something. I actually disagree with. I understand your impression, but I disagree with you. I do believe he sounds like an autocrat. That he wants to be king, and that's why he likes Putin. That's why he said nice things about Hugo Chavez. He has a thing for strong men. Well, who doesn't? But anyway, but then once he gets into power, he's going to get so bored. And he's not going to do it anymore.
This is the hypocrisy of the media, though, Greg, because...
Is that directed at me?
Yes.
Okay.
Because President Obama cut a deal with the Iranians.
Right.
And the Cubans. And somehow the New York Times celebrates that as, oh, he's moving on, and he's moving forward, and he's a deal maker.
Right.
Donald Trump literally says, you know, why can't we get along with the Russians, which I am a very anti-Russian foreign policy guy.
Aww.
But... my point
is
that
applause there?
No, my point is that why doesn't Donald Trump get the same buy-in from the New York Times?
It's because of the way he says stuff.
Yeah, but
which some people love. Some people love it. It's you know, exciting. It's not so boring. But he's running against the most boring person of all time. So I feel like maybe he could tone it down just a little bit.
Just a little bit. If he shuts his mouth for 3 days and allows Hillary to lose the cycle, it actually, I'm talking about the news cycle. By the way, go ahead.
The shutting up thing, you know, the reaction to the reaction that we saw to this guy standing behind Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know about you, but I haven't seen a presidential candidate stand that close to somebody related to terror since Barack Obama started his campaign at the house of a guy who tried to bomb the Pentagon. Okay.
Yeah!
He did!
Let me first say that I think Hillary might be a little bit busy hiding emails to check out all the, all the mass shooting relatives that might be in her audience.
Hey, you know what? All right, so we have to move on, but we are going to talk about Hillary in the next block, and we're going to say lots of nice things about her. All right, roll. There you go. Coming up, more email trouble for Hillary. See, I said I would do that. I say she should follow Bill's example and stick to the oral legend.